Hello, welcome back to 1954 Payoff Pitch Baseball. In this particular replay, as you might have noticed, I'm kind of going back and forth between replay, baseball, and payoff pitch. In this particular game, I'm going to do payoff pitch, and it'll be the first game with my new printed card set. I've mentioned this in a previous video. I did print these off on PDF, but I enjoyed the quality of these cards so much, I went ahead and ordered the printed set. So this will be the first game that I will be using the printed set for my 54 replay. Also in this replay, I'm not doing as played lineups. I'm doing, I put the traded players on the teams they played with the most, and then letting it go from there. So I have injuries, so as a result, we swept 3 games in Brooklyn, and but the last game, Eddie Matthews and Hank Aaron both were injured, so they will not be in today's game. But I enjoy stats are a big deal with me doing replays. I enjoy stats, so I'll dig through the stats and kind of see if I can find something interesting. And here in this particular replay, I noticed that when the Braves win, Eddie Matthews is hitting .330 with 15 home runs, 37 RBIs. When they lose, he is hitting .144 with 5 home runs and 12 RBIs. So I would say that Eddie Matthews is a pretty integral part of the Braves' success. So I thought that was an interesting stat. Wanted to share that. So going into today, which is Friday, June the 19th, 1954, after sweeping the Dodgers, the Braves find themselves 33-27, a game and a half behind the Chicago Cubs, who are overperforming. We are playing the Pittsburgh Pirates in Forbes Field. So the Pirates are in last place at 21-44, so hopefully we're able to gain some ground. Let's see who the Cubs are playing. Okay, so the Cubs are in Brooklyn, so that's good for the weekend. So hopefully the Dodgers will be angry at us sweeping them, and they will beat up on the Cubs. Looks like in today's game, Paul Minner, who is 3-9, is going for the Cubs against Johnny Padres, who is 7-2 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. So with us playing the Pirates and the Cubs playing the Dodgers, we should be in pretty good shape. So the Dodgers are in third. They're 2 games out. I said everybody's pretty bunched up. Cincinnati, who's in 7th place, they're just 5.5 back. So it's pretty wide open. So it should be exciting. Nobody's really pulling out. The Giants, who won the pennant in real life, are just 32-31, so they're underperforming. They've got St. Louis at home this weekend. So anyway, we will get to the ballpark here.
Replay Radio is live from Pittsburgh. Top of the first.
And we can do better than that picture. Let's see. I don't like that one. It's actually a really good one. Probably going to be one of these. Yeah, there it is. So let's go with that one. That's a much better representation of... Oh, it didn't keep. Let's try it again. Well, that one will work. Store, close. It's not keeping. Well, you're not going to see it anyway. So anyway, as usual, I'm using replay. Again, in this replay, I'm using replay baseball for the engine and the stats. So, but today, again, I'm going to be using my new printed set. So we will go to the desktop here. So there we have it. You see my beautiful payoff pitch cards. Again, I have been using the PDFs I printed off, but I ordered these just because they are so cool and I enjoy them very much. So, pitching for the Pirates will be Dick Littlefield. He is 5-7 with a 3.70 ERA. He has pitched 3 times versus the Braves this year, and he is 1-2 with a 4.97 ERA. Again, Eddie Matthews and Hank Aaron both are out for a couple games as they were injured in the last game in Brooklyn. So Jack Dittmer will be in at second, and Danny O'Connell moves to third. And then in left field, we've got Bobby Thompson of 1951 shot heard round the world fame. We traded for him this year, gave up some really good pitching in Antonelli and Little, which was a big part of why the Giants won the pennant. Thompson broke his ankle in spring training and never was really much the same again. But anyway, he's getting the start today. So leading off for the Braves will be Bill Bruton. He's having a really good year. He's hitting .305, a good .359 on base percentage. He's got 19 stolen bases and 23 attempts. We're using our gray away dice because I'm a nerd and I like it. So here we go. Dick Littlefield throws the ball in, and we got a tough 43 versus a lefty, and Bruton will go down swinging. Oop. Gotta undo that. Try it again. So first out of the game for Littlefield, and that brings up Johnny Logan. He's hitting .299 with 5 home runs and 29 RBIs, having a good year as well. So here's the pitch from Littlefield. That's a 9, which is a patient 07, and Logan will draw his 22nd walk of the season. He's a 3A stealer. We rolled a 9, so he will not be able to get a lead. Danny O'Connell hitting in the third spot with Matthews out. He's having a really good year. He's hitting .325. He has no home runs and 17 RBIs. Let's see, Shepard's arm is a 3, so I think we're going to try the hit and run here. Danny O'Connell doesn't strike out a whole lot, so let's see what we get. That's a patient 53, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. And as Joe, who created the game, actually said that the way it is now, that the rules are that it's a automatic runner advance. So it's because of the hit and run. So wait a minute, 9. That's patient. So actually, I'm sorry, on patient we go to the chart. So that's a 53. So that's actually a ground ball. Yeah, so that's how you do it. I forget, if you get a wheelhouse or a patient, you go to this chart. So that's a ground ball to second, and O'Connell will make it, or Logan rather, will make it to second. So there we go. So the hit and run keeps him out of the double play at least. O'Connell gets a 4-3 for out number 2, and that'll bring up Joe Adcock, who's having a fantastic year. He's hitting .338, 10 home runs, 50 RBIs already. So they could intentionally walk him. Paffko's not having a great year, but he still had a good year in real life. So we'll let Adcock hit. And that's a 6, patient 70, and that's going to be a ground ball to Roberts at second, and he is able to retire Adcock to get the Pirates out of the first. So no runs, no hits, no errors. The Braves leave 1. We go to the bottom of the first. Milwaukee nothing. Pittsburgh coming to bat. So going for the Braves will be Gene Conley, who interestingly enough played in the NBA some as well for the Celtics and then later the Knicks. He didn't play this year. And he's also not playing in my 61-62 Cincinnati Royal replay that he played the year before and the year after, but not that year. So that'd have been really cool to have Conley in my my NBA replay, but he didn't play in 61-62. Anyway, he's having a great year pitching. He's 7-3 with a .251 ERA. He has faced the Pirates 3 times this year as well. He's 2-1 with a .277 ERA versus the Pirates. So leading off for the Pittsburgh Ball Club will be Kurt Roberts. He is hitting .188 with 2 home runs and 12 RBI so far. And that's a defensive check. we will be checking the error rating of Dittmer at second, who's a 3. Here in Pittsburgh, 1 to 38 is an error. And that's going to be a 21, which is an error. So that's a 1 base error. So Dittmer, who lost his starting job at the beginning of the year to O'Connell, gets a chance to play and proceeds to make an error right off the bat. So I think that is Dittmer's first error, just because he hasn't played that much. So the Pirates get their first runner on. And Dittmer gets error number 1 of the year. The last time these two clubs faced was in Milwaukee, and they split a 4-game series, 2-2. So Roberts is a 3C, so he's not able to get a lead. Cole is an A bunter, and I think I'm going to go ahead and let him do that. We got O'Connell in at third, anticipating a possible bunt. So here's the sacrifice. Oh, that's not good. So it's to the catcher, so he stays an A, but unfortunately got a bad roll there, so they get the lead runner. So Crandall gets out of the crouch in a hurry, makes an awesome throw to Dittmer, and they get the force play. So that's a ground out, 2-4. Batter is safe. Roberts is out at second, and that was a bunt. All right, so Dick Cole, who's normally a very good bunter, wasn't able to deliver that time. So that will be a fielder's choice on the bunt. He is a D with a no run, so he will not be going anywhere. And that'll bring up Bob Skinner. He's hitting .264 with 6 home runs and 18 RBI, so he's having a decent year for a 1954 Pittsburgh Pirate. The Braves are at double play depth. We get a in-play 93, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Paffko in right field. Easy play for him, and there's 2 outs here in the Pittsburgh first. Frank Thomas, who's having a very good year. He's hitting .321. He has 11 home runs, 38 RBIs. So him and Sid Gordon, who is up next, both are having pretty good years. Sid Gordon was a Brave last year. That's how we got Danny O'Connell. So that's a ballpark 05. That's going to be a wheelhouse, so that's not good. So versus a righty, 1-62. Frank Thomas is in business. Oh, he rolls a 98. How about that? So Conley hangs a slider to Thomas, and Thomas, normally who will destroy that, hits a deep, deep fly ball to left field, and Bobby Thompson will race back to the wall, and right at the wall, he'll make the catch. So Conley got away with one there. Frank Thomas just got under it, and that will do it for the Pirates in the first. So no runs, no hits, 1 error. They left 1 on. We go to the second, no score. Andy Paffko, who's been in a year-long slump, will lead off here versus Littlefield. He has a bit of a better average versus lefties, but not a lot. So he's hitting .215, 3 home runs, and 24 RBIs. The right-handed Paffko versus the left-handed Littlefield. And that's a patient 23, and that'll be a walk. So Paffko's able to get on base to lead off the second. He is a 3F. Rolled a 4 on the dice there, so he will not be trying to steal. Bobby Thompson is a C bunter. Again, he didn't have that great of a year. He pretty much wasn't the same after that breaking his ankle in the spring training. Let's see, they got Dick Cole in at third, anticipating a possible bunt. His double play rating is 8, but Littlefield's is only a 6. So we'll let him hit away here and see what we can do. He's hitting 225 at bat so far. He gets a tough 52, and that's going to be a strikeout swinging. So not able to figure out Littlefield in that at bat. And that's the first out of the inning. Dell Crandall, who's hitting .226, 12 home runs, 29 RBIs, will step in next. Pittsburgh will be at double play depth. Dale Crandall gets a tough 30. That's no wild pitch, so that worked out well for the Pirates. Tough 30, and that's going to be a strikeout swinging for Crandall. So Littlefield reaching back and striking out the last two. That'll bring up Jack Dittmer, who's hitting .294 in 34 at-bats. He has a couple RBIs. Lefty versus lefty here. And obviously Littlefield trying to get him out so he can lead off with Conley the next inning. And that will be a patient 56. And again, in 1954 in Payoff Pitch, they've got a lot of the pitcher hitting cards. So Conley will get his own card when he comes up. But anyway, that's a patient 56. And he's going to be hit by a pitch. So Dittmer gets plunked. That is the third time he's been hit, and that's the fifth hitter that Littlefield has hit. So he's plunked a few this year. So Dittmer able to get on base the hard way. And that's the hit by pitch third. And that's the fifth hit batter by Littlefield. So that'll bring up Gene Conley. And again, as you can see here, they have their own cards. He hit 156 and 77 at-bats, so not that great of a hitter, but for a pitcher, I guess pretty average. So far, he is hitting 273, though, in the replay, so he's got some good rolls. That's a tough 63, and wow, versus a lefty, that's going to be a base hit. So Paffko is on... He is on second, and he's a 7. So according to my house rules, he will score automatically. Dittmer's just a 6, so he won't. So we'll see a fast action card. So that's an opposite field liner to right field, and the runner on first advances 2 bases. So how about that? Conley comes through. Got a really good pitch, but he's able to slap it into right field. And that puts the Braves up by 1. So Paffko will score. Dittmer makes it to third, and Conley helps himself. He gets his third RBI of the year. He is a 8 runner, but he doesn't have a steal number, so he's good on the base paths, but not good at stealing. So Bill Bruton, we'll see if he can get another 2-out hit, lefty versus lefty. Braves up 1-0. And that's a patient 94. So that's going to be a fly ball hit pretty hard out to Gordon, but he is able to track it down, and that'll do it for the Braves. So third out there. They got 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors. They left 2 on. And after 1.5, 1-0 Milwaukee. So Sid Gordon, 37-year-old veteran, will step into the right-handed batter's box to face Conley. Sid Gordon, who had spent quite a few years with the Braves, was with them last year, and he was involved in the trade that brought Danny O'Connell to the Braves. He's having a very good year. He's hitting .308, 6 home runs, 22 RBIs. He has a .401 on base percentage, so he's doing a very good job for the Pirates. He gets a patient, that's a rare play. So a rare play 8, rain delay. Yeah, I'm not going to do the rain delay. Well, I guess, let's see what it says. I am not doing as played. Let's see. I can't do it's rained out because there's no way to enter that into the stats on when you're using replay baseball computer version. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we can. We'll try it. So if it does a rain out, we won't do anything. So let's see what we get. See if it affects the game. Okay, so we got a 6. And that's apparently that's a short rain delay and no effect on the game. So, okay. if it had been in the middle there, it would have been long enough that both pitchers would have had to have been taken out. So anyway, so no effect on the game, and Gordon will step back in after that short shower. And that's a tough 14, and he don't strike out much, but he goes down swinging there. So good pitch by Gene Conley to retire Gordon here. 1 away for Jack Shepard. He's hitting .336 with 4 home runs, 20 RBI, or 21 RBIs rather. So he's doing a pretty good job behind the plate for the Pirates this year. He gets a tough 81. And that's going to be a fly ball. Hit out to Bruton. Can of corn, out number 2. Garrett Alley. Pirate shortstop, hitting .229. Couple homers, 18 RBIs. 2 out, nobody on. That's a patient 88. And that's going to be a ground ball to Logan. Hit pretty hard, but Logan is able to field it cleanly and throw on to Adcock to end the inning. So Pirates go down in order here in the second. And we will go to the top of the third. Milwaukee up by 1. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Braves this inning. Dick Littlefield back out on the mound. Johnny Logan walked and got as far as second base in his first at bat. We'll focus his attention on the lefty Littlefield. That's a 6. That's a patient 63. And that's going to be hit out on a line to Gordon in right field. And he will play it for the first out of the inning. So Logan hit it pretty hard. Got a decent pitch to hit there, but hit it right at Gordon. Danny O'Connell, he grounded out in his first at bat. Still hitting at a robust .324 clip. He gets a tough 09, and he is going to go down swinging. So Littlefield gets his fourth strikeout of the game. Quickly 2 away. Joe Adcock, who grounded out to second as well. We'll see what he can do with Littlefield. 28-year-old left-handed pitcher. And that's going to be a tough 26, and he goes down swinging as well. So 5 strikeouts today for Littlefield. He had 92 and 155 innings in the real life. He is mowing down the Braves today, so they go down in order. After 2.5, 1-0 Milwaukee. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Pirates. Dick Hall is hitting .213, 13 RBIs. Third baseman for the Pirates, righty versus righty. And that's a patient 57. And that's going to be fly ball out to right field. Paffko takes a few steps toward Bruton and calls him off. Puts it away for out number 1. Dick Littlefield is hitting .097 with an RBI. Again, he has his own card, which is kind of cool. Versus righties, he's got some things going on there. So that's a patient 58, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Thomas in left field, and he will make the play for out number 2. So 2 away for the speedy Kurt Roberts. He's got 4 stolen bases in 5 attempts. He reached on an error and was erased on a fielder's choice in the first. That's a in-play 95, and that's going to be hit harmlessly out to Thompson, and that will do it. Oop, hang on a second here. It's a fly out 7. There we go. All right, so once again, the Pirates go down in order. We go to the top of the 4th, 1-0. We have 8,859 on hand for this titanic struggle, as Marty Brenneman would say. Which is not bad for a Pirate ball club It was pretty bad. So Andy Paffko walked and scored. And he will look for the pitch from Littlefield, which is a tough 49 versus a lefty. And that's going to be ground ball to Cole at third. And he fires on to Skinner for out number 1. Bobby Thompson, he struck out swinging in his first at bat. Again, getting some playing time with Hank Aaron being injured. That's a patient 74. And that's a ground ball to Roberts at second base. So 2 ground balls in a row. And that'll bring up Dale Crandall with 2 out and nobody on. So Crandall does have 12 home runs this year. So not a great average, but he is getting some taters now and again. That's a defensive check. We will check the error rating of Cole at third, and he is a 1. Here in Pittsburgh, that will be a 1/58 for an error. And he gets a 93, so that's an out at third, and that's a ground ball. So Cole's able to field this one cleanly, and 3 ground outs in a row, and the Braves go in order. So bottom of the 4th, still Milwaukee 1, Pittsburgh nothing. So the Pirates will send 2, 3, and 4 up this inning to face the very tall Gene Conley. I think he was 6'10", so he's a tall fella. Dick Cole, he tried to sacrifice and ended up just hitting into a fielder's choice. That's a tough 14, and he will go down swinging. Strikeout number 2 for Conley. 1 away for Bob Skinner. Left-hander versus the righty Conley. He flew out to Andy Paffko in his first effort. That's a ballpark 46, and as you can see, Forbes Field is a bit of a pitcher's park, so that will be an in play for Skinner. So 1-27 rather is something good for him, and that's a 25. So he's able to hit a line drive into center field, and that will be the first Pirate hit of the day. He's a 3A, and he got a 3, so he's going to try to make a steal. Crandall has a 3 arm. So Skinner had 4 stolen bases in real life. And so we will look at our stolen base chart here. So we got an A3, and that's going to be an excellent chance for Skinner, and the excellent chance is safe. So stolen base for Skinner. Able to time Conley's move, and Crandall is not able to throw him out, and that will be Skinner's 4th stolen base of the year. So the Pirates get the tying run in scoring position with 1 out. And Skinner gets stolen base number 4. So he is actually, if we roll snake eyes, he'll be able to try to steal 3rd, and we don't. So Big Frank Thomas is up. He flew out to left field, again having a very good year for the Pirates. And that's a tough 12, and he will go down swinging. So nice pitch by Conley there. Get a big strikeout. And that'll give 2 outs for the Braves. So strikeout number 3 for Conley. So here we got Sid Gordon. And you don't want to walk him because Jack Shepard behind him is having a very good year. So with 2 outs, former Brave Sid Gordon, we'll see if he can do some damage to his former teammates. And that's going to be a tough 84. And so that's going to be a ground ball to Logan. 3 hopper, and he will fire on to Adcock. And that will do it for the Pirates. So good job of pitching there by Conley, going through the heart of the Pirate order. They get no runs on a hit, no errors. Leave the tying run on at second, and we go to the top of the 5th. 1-0 work his 5th inning today. He's pitching a pretty good game. Just gave up that RBI single to his nemesis on the mound. So Jack Dittmer, who was hit by a pitch, will lead off things here in the 5th. That will be a ballpark 35, and he's a lefty, so that will be in his wheelhouse. So on his, wow, Dittmer's got some power. But he gets a 64, so he gets a good pitch to hit, and all he can do is hit a hard grounder to short. Alley will fire on to Skinner, and that'll be the first out. So not able to handle that good pitch he got there. 1 away. So Gene Conley will step to the plate. Again, he has the RBI single of the day. He's hitting .294, and that's going to be a ballpark 58, so that's going to be an in play. So versus a lefty in play, 1-21 is a hit, and that's a 52. So he's going to hit a fly ball out to Gordon. He's late on that fastball, and Gordon will put it away for the second out. So Littlefield able to handle Conley that time. So with 2 outs and nobody on, Bill Bruton will step to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. He is leading the National League with 19 stolen bases, only been caught 4 times. That's going to be a defensive check. We were checking the range of the center fielder. Thomas is a B. So here in Forbes Field, 1-38 is going to be a hit. And that's a 34, so it is indeed a hit to the outfielder, and that's going to be a double. So good hit by Bruton. He nails it to center field, and Thomas is not able to get there in time. And with Bruton's speed, he is able to get into second standing up. So a 2-out double for Bill Bruton. Let's see, that will be Bruton's 12th double of the year. So he's got a few 2-baggers. So Bruton gets double number 12. So he is a 5C, so you would need doubles under 5 to try to steal third. So Johnny Logan, we'll see if he can get a clutch 2-out hit here versus the lefty Littlefield. So Bruton dancing off second, Logan focusing his attention on Littlefield. Littlefield with the pitch, and that's a tough 35, no wild pitch, and a 35 versus a lefty, and that's going to be a single. Bruton is an 8, so with 2 outs, he'll score easily from second. So that's a line drive into center field. And Johnny Logan with a clutch 2-out hit. So the Braves go up by 2. That's RBI number 30 for Johnny Logan. So big hit there for the Braves shortstop. He's a 3A on his stealing, so we got a 5, so he will not be attempting to go anywhere. Danny O'Connell is 0 for 2. We'll see if he can keep the 2-out rally going. And that's a patient 98. So that's just going to be a harmless fly ball out to Hall and left. And he will put it away for out number 3. So the Braves go up by 2. Leave a runner on. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Milwaukee. All right, see if Gene Conley can hold this lead. Trying to pick up his 8th win of the year. He will start off with Jack Shepard, who flew out to Bruton in the 2nd inning. And that will be a patient 47, and that's going to be a base hit. Sharp liner that drops in front of Thomas and left. So Shepard hit that one pretty hard. He will lead off the Pirate 5th with a single. He doesn't have a steal number, so he will be holding out at first. Garrett Alley will step to the plate. He's not much of a bunter, so we will keep the infield at double play depth. Let's see. They'll probably not do the hit and run here. Alley's got a 7 double play rating. Conley's is an 8. So that's going to be a tough 92. So that's going to be an easy fly ball to Thompson. And he will put it away for the first out. Dick Hall. So Milwaukee infield still at double play depth. Dick Hall flew out to lead off the third. So here is Conley's delivery. And that's going to be a tough 83. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. And his double play rating is 6. Rolled a 4. So that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So ending double play for Conley there. So let's see. That will be the 9th time Hall is hitting to a double play. So 6-4, out number 2. 6-4-3, double play, out number 3. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. And what did I say? That was the 9th time that Hall's hitting to a double play. Double play number 9 for him. So we go to the top of the 6th. Still 2-0 Milwaukee. All right. Dick Littlefield will face Joe Adcock, who is 0 for 2 so far today. Still having a great year. He gets a tough 26, and he will go down swinging. So that's the second time out of 3 at-bats that he's whiffed. Strikeout number 6 for Littlefield. 1 away for Andy Paffko, who's walked and scored, grounded out. 33-year-old veteran. He gets an in-play, oh, that's a rare play 7. So let's see what that has to say. That's a re-roll all dice and refer to the defense charge. Player with an A makes a highlight reel. All right, so we'll do a card for this. So it's to the second baseman, and Roberts is indeed an A. So that's going to be a highlight reel catch. Let's see, we'll just use that same card to see what kind of out it is. So that's a ground ball. So Kurt Roberts runs into the hole, dives, makes an amazing catch, and is able to throw out Paffko. So Paffko gets robbed on that one. Great play by Roberts. We'll put an asterisk by that one. So Paffko just can't continue to get on target. So Bobby Thompson will step into the right-hander's batter's box with 2 out, nobody on. He's 0 for 2 today. That's going to be an in-play 13, and versus a lefty, he's going to get a single, hard grounder into left field, so that will split Cole and Alley. And Bobby Thompson is on first with 2 outs. So he's a D. He doesn't have a number to steal, so he will not be attempting. Dell Crandall will step up. He's 0 for 2 today as well. So Littlefield trying to get out of the inning here without giving up any more runs. And we missed the dice tower. So that's a 9. That's a patient 54. And so on a lefty, that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Hit pretty hard, but Gordon takes a few steps toward the line and puts it away. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 2-0 Milwaukee Braves. Here at beautiful Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. So Littlefield will lead off things for the Pirates. He flew out in his first at bat. That will be an in-play 22 versus a righty, and that's going to be a base hit. So Littlefield returns the favor. He hits a line drive into left field going the opposite way. And so he will get a hit to lead off the Pirates 6. So that's not how Conley wanted things to start here, with the pitcher leading off. He's a good runner too, but no base stealer. So Kurt Roberts is up. He's a C bunter, but I don't think they're going to bunt with being 2 down. So we will We'll have Adcock in at first, just in case, which I think is what we would do. So Kurt Roberts, we'll see what he can do with Conley here. His third trip through the lineup. That's a tough 88. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop, and unfortunately for the Pirates, that's under the double play rating of both the pitcher and the hitter. So, let's see, we got a 4. So good pitch by Conley, and that is indeed a ground ball to Logan, who fires over to Dittmer onto Adcock, and that will be a 6-4-3 double play. So that's the second double play the Pirates have hit into today. Route number 2. Let's see, that will be the 6th time Kurt Roberts has hit into a double play this year. So, just like that, Dick Cole will step up with the bases empty and 2 outs. So, pitcher's best friend helps out Gene Conley there. That's a tough 79, and that's going to be hit out to Bruton, can of corn, and he will put it away to end the inning. So nice job by Conley. After 6, he has shut out the Pirates. We go to the top of the 7th, 2-0 Milwaukee Braves. So Jack Dittmer, who has been hit by a pitch, will start off with Littlefield. Littlefield's tired rating is 7, but he's only given up 2 runs, so he is still not fatigued. Jack Dittmer, lefty versus lefty. Again, playing today because Eddie Matthews got hurt in Brooklyn yesterday. That's a patient 14, and he's going to draw a walk, so that'll be the 5th time. He has a 405 on base percentage, so Dittmer is getting on base when he plays. He is a 3F, so we will not be trying any steals. Gene Conley is a, let's see, his bunt rating is an F. So for a pitcher, he is not a good bunter. They got the corners in, of course, so but we're going to go ahead and try to bunt here. So it's bunted back to the pitcher, and as you can see there, even though he's an F, he is able to get this one down. So Littlefield will field the sacrifice bunt and fire on to first. 1 away. So Dittmer will be at second. Sacrifice bunt. 1-4. Out number 1. All right. So with runner on second, Bill Bruton, who has doubled and scored in 3 at-bats. We'll see what he can do here versus Littlefield again. That's a patient 37, no wild pitch. And versus a lefty, that's going to be a base hit. So we'll have to check the card here. So that's a long single into the gap. The runner on second is only able to advance 1 base. So Dittmer held up to see if that would be caught, and it wasn't. So he's only able to advance to third. Bruton is a 5, and we got a 9, so he's not going to be able to get a lead. So with 1 out, runners on the corners, Pittsburgh will be at double play depth, trying to get out of the inning here. Logan has an 8 double play rating. He is singled in a run and walked. So they're at halfway depth. So here we go. That's a tough 93. So that's going to be a fly out to 7. And on tough pitches, the flyouts aren't deep enough to get him in. So Logan hits just a pop-up. Hall will race in and put it away for the 2nd out. So Logan not able to deliver that time. So it's up to Danny O'Connell. So again, Littlefield trying to get out of a pickle here in the 7th to hold the Braves lead to 2. O'Connell is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ballpark 59, so that's going to be an in play. And versus lefties, O'Connell has a 1-37 for good things, and he gets a 45. So all he can do is pop up to third, Dick Cole calls everybody off and makes the play, and Littlefield's able to get out of the jam. So good job of pitching by Littlefield. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 runners left. It's 7th inning stretch time. Pirates up 2-0. O'Connell's tire rating is an 8. So we're in the 7th. He completed 12 games out of 27 started. The Pirates have 3, 4, and 5 due up, so they do have some hitters coming up. Bob Skinner, who has singled, stolen a base, and 2 at-bats, will start off versus Conley. Here's the pitch. That's an in-play 22, and he's going to hit a single. Blooped into right field, so got just enough of it to get it out of Dittmer's reach and in front of Paffko. So the Pirates start off with a base runner in the 7th. He's a 3A, not able to get a lead this time. He did steal a base back in the 4th. So Frank Thomas will step up. Obviously, they're not looking to bunt here, so we will be at halfway depth looking for another double play. Frank Thomas, dangerous hitter, is 0 for 2 today. So here's an important matchup for this game. Let's see what happens. That's a tough 12, and he goes down looking. So Conley freezes him with an awesome curveball. Frank Thomas goes back to the dugout, bat still on his shoulder. So that's the second time he's got Thomas today. So big out there. So see if he can repeat it with Sid Gordon. Sid Gordon is 0 for 2. Braves infield still at double play depth. And that's a tough 36, no wild pitch, and that's going to be a hit. So good pitch by Conley, but Gordon is able to bloop it into right field, and Skinner is only able to make it to second, so that was close enough that he wouldn't for sure if Paffko was going to get to it or not. So runners on first and second, and Jack Shepard will step to the plate. 1 out. So Shepard also having a great year. He's 1 for 2 today. So another big at bat here for Conley. He looks into the sign from Crandall, and here's the delivery. That's an in-play 12. So dad burn it. That's going to be a single. That's a sharp liner into center field, and everybody is only able to advance 1 base. So again, another one hit hard enough that they wouldn't for sure that the speedy Bruton couldn't get to it. So that will be the 6th hit for the Pirates, and they've got the bases loaded. And 1 away. So Garrett Alley, we'll see what he can do. The Braves are going to concede the run if they can get the double play here. This would be a big inning killer for the Braves if they can get it. So here's Garrett Alley versus Gene Conley. That's a patient 11, and he walks. So not good at all. It's just the first walk of the game given up by Conley, and he couldn't have picked a worse time. So that'll be Alley's 19th RBI of the year. And that'll leave the bases loaded for Dick Hall. Let's see, he's a 6 double play rating, so I think we'll bring the corners in. So we'll try for a double play up the middle, and if it's hit to the corners, we'll try to cut off Gordon at home. Dick Hall is hitting to 1 double play today. And that's another patient 37, and that's going to be bad news. So that's going to be a double. So that's a grounder down the line. So O'Connell's not able to get it. Everybody advances 2 bases. So Alley will hold up at third, but that will put the Pirates up by 1. So big clutch hit by Hall there. That's his 8th double of the year. So Conley not able to hang on to the lead. Two-run double. Alley is at third. That gives Hall 15 RBIs for the year. And I have already forgot what double that was for him. 8th, maybe? Yep. So, now the Pirates' pitching is really stinky, so their bullpen is not that great. So Littlefield is not fatigued. He's only given up 2 runs, so he's not fatigued yet. So they're going to go ahead and let Littlefield hit. He has a single today. The Milwaukee infield will be in. Let's see. Conley, his fatigue rating is in 8th inning, so he's not fatigued. So we're going to see if he can keep this from getting any further. So here's Littlefield versus Conley. That's a patient 69, so we keep hitting that patient. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop, so we have to check our infield end chart. So we got runners on 2nd and 3rd, and here we rolled a 9, and the ball sneaks past the drawn in infield. Everybody is safe. So the infield end backfired that time. So Alley scores. Hall will make it to 3rd. And Littlefield adds insult to injury as he gets his 2nd hit of the game, his 2nd RBI of the season. So, let's see. What do we do with Conley here? His wheels have fell off. He's still not fatigued. You have to give up 6 runs to do that. So we'll go ahead and see what he can do with Roberts here. So we're going to be at double play depth. I'm trying to get out of this inning. So here's Cole. He gets an in-play 83, and he's going to hit a ground ball to shortstop. But with the 10, all they're able to do is get the force out. So that'll be another run for the Pirates. So Hall will score. Littlefield is out 6-4 for the 2nd out. And Roberts will hit into a fielder's choice and drive in his 13th run of the season. He is a 3C, so he's not able to get the lead. So Pirates up 5-2. And Dick Cole, we'll let Conley face Cole. If he can't get Cole, we'll take him out. So see if he can get Cole to end the inning. And that's an in-play 55, and he will. So that's a ground ball to O'Connell, and he will fire on to 1st. And finally, they are out of the inning. So, but bad inning for the Braves. Boy, when you play the Pirates, you hope to win these games. So the Pirates bat around. They get 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors, and they left 1 runner on. So we go to the top of the 8th. The Pirates now up 5-2. So Dick Littlefield, we'll see if he can hold the lead here, pick up his 6th win of the season. He's got 4, 5, and 6 due up. He will start off with Adcock, who is 0 for 3. And that's a defensive check. We will check the range of the 3rd baseman. Cole is an A. So 1-27 is a hit here with an A in Forbes Field. And that's an 83. So that's going to be an out ground ball. So Cole makes the great play and fires on for out number 1. Andy Paffko 0 for 2 with a walk. Littlefield looks into Shepard, and here is the payoff pitch. And that's a patient 47, and that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Paffko gets plunked. And that will be the 3rd time Paffko's been hit, and the 6th. And the 2nd today. That's the 2nd batter that Littlefield has hit. I doubt that he meant to do that under the circumstances. 6 hit batters by Littlefield. So Paffko is a 3F, so he will not be attempting anything here. Bobby Thompson is singled in 3 at-bats. The Pirates obviously at double play depth. They have not turned one today yet. That will be a patient 45 versus a lefty, and that's going to be a walk. So Thompson will get on base for the second time today. So Littlefield playing with danger as he puts the first 2 batters on, or the second 2, he puts 2 batters on, rather, I should say, with 1 out. And that brings up Dale Crandall, who is able to tie this up with 1 swing of the bat. Let's see who they got in the bullpen here. Like I said, their bullpen is pretty bad. Looks like Crandall is pretty even versus lefties and righties. So bringing in a lefty is not going to help them much. So we'll go ahead. Oop. Hit the wrong button there. We'll go ahead and then let him see if he can get. Well, what have I done? Okay, so Crandall's on base. Thank goodness for the erase button. Crandall's up to hit. Thompson on first. Paffko on second. Littlefield here trying to get out of trouble. And again, Crandall could put the hurt on him here. And that's ballpark 83. So we got the in play. So again, Forbes Field is a pitcher's park. So 1-23 is good for Crandall, and he will get a single. So that's a long single into the gap. Paffko has the opportunity to try to steal. It's hit out to center field. Thomas is a 7, and Paffko runs at a 7, but I don't think we want to get thrown out at the plate. We need 3 runs, so we'll just let everybody advance 1 base. So they'll play it safe, hold up Paffko at third. So the Braves have loaded the bases for Jack Dittmer. So again, with the Pirates bullpen the way it is, and Littlefield not fatigued yet, if he gives up 1 more run, he will be. We'll let him see what he can do with Dittmer, lefty versus lefty. So they're going to be at double play depth, obviously conceding that run at third. If they can get a double play, they can get out of the inning. So here's Dittmer. He's been hit by a pitch and walk so far today. And that's going to be an in-play 67. That's a ground ball to shortstop, and Littlefield is not, he's only a 6 double play, whereas Dittmer is a 7. So that's going to be hit to shortstop, and all they can do is get the force out as Dittmer books down the line and is able to beat the relay throw. So Paffko will score. Thompson to third. Crandall out 6-4 for out number 2. Fielder's choice for Jack Dittmer. He will drive in a run, which will be his third. And he is a 3F, so no steal. So they got runners on the corner. Conley up. We obviously are going to pinch hit here. Let's see what we got. So we got Metkovich, but he is a lefty, so I don't know. Let's see how he does. He's actually pretty good either way, so we'll go with Metkovich. He's pretty even. So that'll be it for Conley. So Catfish Metkovich. We'll see what he's able to do here. So the tying run is on first. He is a 4D. I don't see too many 4 runners. Okay. All right, so we got to actually hit the button to get him in the game. So far, Metkovich is hitting .359 with 6 RBIs. Littlefield is now fatigued, so they're going to go ahead and go to the pen here. Again, it doesn't matter who they bring in because Metkovich is pretty even. Looks like Jake Thies might be their best option, so they'll bring him in. He is 5-2 with a 3.02 ERA so far this year. He's a righty, so that'll be it for Littlefield. So obviously those 2 runners on base are his. So find Jake Thies. Oh, I'm in the wrong pile. Find Jake Thies here if we can. See where he's at. There he is. So again, he's having a decent year, 5-2 with a 3.02 ERA, mostly in starts. So he'll see what he can do with Metkovich here. So big at bat. Top of the 8th. Braves down by 2. The tying run on first. And here we go. That's a in play 93. So all he's able to do is hit a fly ball out to Gordon. And Thies gets the Pirates out of the jam. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 Pittsburgh. So big out there. Get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2 on. And so that will require a new pitcher for the Milwaukee Braves. They've got 1 lefty and then a bunch of righties due up next. We'll go with Jolly here. So Dave Jolly, who is 2-3 with 3 saves and a 2.64 ERA, will take over for Conley, who did not have his best day ever, especially versus the Pirates. You'd hope better than that. All right, so Bob Skinner, who is 2 for 3 today. So the Pirates have 8 hits. And that's a defensive check. We will check the range of the right fielder. Paffko is a D, so 1-59 will be a hit. And he gets a 77, so Paffko's able to run it down. That's a deep fly, so that's Skinner pulls it toward the line. And Paffko races over and puts it away. So nice catch by Paffko. So 1 out. And that will bring up Frank Thomas, who is 0 for 3 today. So he hasn't been the reason for our pain. He struck out twice. And that will be another defensive check. We'll be checking an error rating of Dittmer at 3rd. He's already, or at 2nd rather. He's made 1 error today already. He is a 3. So on the error, that's 1-38 will be an error. And he gets a 55, so he's able to field this one cleanly. And that's a ground out. So Dittmer makes the play on that one for the 2nd out in the 8th. And that'll bring up Sid Gordon, who had a big single last inning, in that big inning for the Pirates. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. He gets a patient 62, and that's going to be a base hit. Sharp liner into center field, so that is hit number 2 of the day for Gordon, and he is a D with no number, so he will not be trying to steal. So with 2 outs, runner on first, and that will bring up Jack Shepard. Pittsburgh catcher is 2 for 3. Here's Jolly trying to keep the Pirates from any more. That's a 39, no wild pitch. That's a tough 39, and Shepard will go down swinging. So, alrighty. No runs on a hit. 1 runner left, and we will go to the top of the 9th inning. The Braves down by 2. So they'll let Jake Thies see if he can bring this one home for the Pirates. We have the top of the order going for Milwaukee. And Bill Bruton, who is 2 for 4 today with a run scored, will lead things off. So here we go. That will be a tough 88. And that will be a ground ball to Roberts. So nice pitch by Thies there, and all Bruton can do is pound it into the ground. 1 out. Johnny Logan is 1 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. He's got 30 RBIs for the year, which isn't too bad for a second place hitter. That's going to be a wheelhouse 11, and that's out of here. So Logan gets a good pitch to hit, and he hits it the opposite way, right down the right field line, and that just gets out. So that'll be the 6th home run of the season for Johnny Logan, and the Pirate lead is cut to 1. So how about that? So Thies makes a mistake, and Logan doesn't miss it. What did I say? That was his home run 5th? Number 6. So Logan with a 6th home run of the year. And that brings up Danny O'Connell. He is 0 for 4 today. They're going to stick with Thies because he's their best option. So they're going to sink or swim with him. And that's going to be a defensive check. We will be checking the error rating of Alley at short. He is at 2, so 1 to 50, and he will not be able to field it cleanly. Oh, we got a 14, so that is an error, and that's going to be a 1 base. So O'Connell hits it to Alley, and he muffs it, not able to field it cleanly. And that's the first error of the day for the Pirates. That could be proved to be costly. So that's an E6. Let's see how many errors that is. That's Alley's 15th error, so he's made some errors this year. Error. I hate that. I forgot already. Error number 15. So that's the first error by the Pirates. O'Connell is a 3D. But he rolled a 12, so he could get picked off here, so that would really suck. Thies hold rating is an 8, which is not very good. So let's see here at our pickoff. So he's an 8, so 11 to 19 would be a pickoff. And that's an 86, so O'Connell's able to get back. And so Joe Adcock will be up. Pirates at double play depth. Adcock is 0 for 4 today, so he is due. So here's the pitch from Thies. And that's a 9, which is a tough 52 versus a righty, and that's going to be a base hit. So that's a line drive into center field, and O'Connell is only able to make it to second base. So the Braves are threatening here. So runners on first and second, 1 out. And that'll bring up Andy Paffko. So 1 away. Paffko got on base twice today and scored twice, but he is 0 for 2. The Pirates at double play depth. And here is Paffko. Big at bat. That's a tough 36, no wild pitch, and 36, and that's going to be a base hit. So how about that? That's a hard grounder into left field. The runner on first advances 1 base, and O'Connell is going to be able to score. So the Braves have tied it up. So that's a single. O'Connell scores, and it is now 5 to 5. So that'll put Adcock on second. Big hit for Paffko there. That gives him 25 RBIs for the season. So, Pirates still at double play depth. Let's see, that is the second run, and he is a short. So I think that makes him fatigued. I have to look at the rules here. Let's see, fatigue pitcher. Let's see. After 2 innings or allowing 2 runs. So Thies is indeed fatigued. They have new fatigue cards, but I think we're going to try to get him out. So Thies isn't able to get the deal done. So we'll bring in who they use the most. Let's see, actual games relief. So it looks like it'll be Hetke. All right, so that'll be it for Thies, and we will be bringing on Johnny Hetke, who is 2 for 1 with 3 saves and a 7.94 ERA. So he is been less than impressive. So he'll be facing Bobby Thompson. Let's see if we've got any other options on the bench. Not really. So we'll go with Thompson here. Bobby Thompson is 1 for 3 with a walk. So here we go. Oh, that's a wheelhouse 24 versus a righty. So he wasn't able to hit it out of the park, but he does get a single. So that's a line drive into center field, and everybody's only able to advance one base. So he hits it hard, and everybody has to wait to see if Thompson will catch, or Frank Thomas will catch it, and he doesn't. So that loads the bases. Thought sure we'd get the winning run on that one. All right, so that brings up Del Crandall. The base is jammed, 1 away. The Pirates are going to bring the infield in on this one. So Del Crandall is 1 for 4. So here is probably the biggest at bat of the game. And that's a 9, which is a ballpark 46. So that's going to be an in play for Crandall. So 1 to 20. And he gets a 38. That's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. The infield is in. So we have to check our infield in chart. So here we go. Excitement. That's a 3. So with the bases loaded and the 2d6 result is 2 to 5, which it is. The runner on third is out at home and batter out at first, double play. So crap. So Crandall hits a hard line or a hard grounder to Skinner. Skinner fires it home and then back to first for the double play. So that's going to be a 3-2-3 double play. So that really sucks. So Adcock is out 3-2 for out number 2. That's going to be a 3-2-3 double play for out number 3. So the Reds or the Braves tie it up. They get 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. There was 1 error, and they ended up leaving on 2. So go to the bottom of the 9th. 5 to 5. Okay. Bottom of the 9th coming up. So we got Jolly on the mound still. He's pitched 1 inning of work, and he is a long reliever, so he's good for at least 3. He will be facing 7, 8, and 9. Garrett Alley is 1 for 3. He walked in a run back in the 7th. And here is the pitch from Jolly. That's a defensive check. That's going to be an error rating of Logan at short. He's a 5. So here at Forbes Field, that's 1 to 22 is an error. And he will make the play. So out at infield is a ground ball. So Logan makes the play cleanly. Throws on to Adcock. 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Dick Hall is doubled in 2 runs in 3 at-bats. Hitting .215 for the year. He gets a tough 81, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Bruton. Can of corn, and he puts it out away for the 2nd out. That brings up Johnny Hedke. Let's see, he's a long reliever, and they don't have a lot in the bullpen, so we'll go ahead and let him hit with 2 outs and nobody on. I don't know if they have a card for him. I kind of doubt it, because he didn't bat that much. Yep, so he'll get a pitcher's hitting card. See, Hedke is actually a 9, so he's not a horrible hitter. He's probably better than what the Pirates have on the bench. All right, so Hetke is a righty hitter. And he will be standing in with 2 outs and nobody on. He is 0 for 1 with a walk so far. That's a tough 89, and that's just right at. So he just missed a hit, but he will strike out swinging. So that'll do it for the Pirates in the 9th. And we go to extra innings. So Jack Dittmer will face Hetke here in the top of the 10th. Score 5-5. Dittmer is 0 for 2. He does have an RBI on a fielder's choice. So that's a tough 27, and he just misses a double, so he strikes out swinging. So out number 1. Let's see what the Braves have on the bench. Not a lot. Let's see. Got Pendleton, who's a righty. Nothing to write home about. Jolly actually hits .290. I don't know if he's got a card or not. He doesn't. We'll go ahead and let him hit. He's a long reliever too. So Jolly is a righty pitcher. Let's see, he's a 14 pitcher hitting card. So he actually had a home run in his season. So all right, so with 1 out, Dave Jolly will be up. And Hetke delivers the pitch. And that's an in-play 47, and that's going to be lined out to Roberts at second for out number 2. Now bring up Bill Bruton, who's 2 for 5 today with a run scored and a double. And that's a tough 62, and that's going to be a base hit for Bruton. So that's a grounder up the middle. So that's the 3rd hit of the day. He is a 5 steal. Only rolled to 8, so he's not able to get a lead. And Johnny Logan, who had a big clutch home run back in the 9th, will stand up. He's got a single and a walk as well, so 2 outs. Bruton on first. That's a defensive check. We'll be checking the error rating of Roberts at second. He is a 1. So 1/58 will be an error here at Forbes Field. And that's a 98, so he will make the play, and that's a ground ball. So he will field it cleanly and throw on to first, and that will retire the Braves in the 10th. Oops, wrong color. So 4-3 for out number 3. No runs on a hit. Runner left. And we go to the bottom of the 11th. 5-5. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 11, 12, 13. Yeah, this book goes up to 15 innings. I've had one game that went 16. So I was writing in the margins. If it went any further than that, I didn't know what I was going to do. So Dave Jolly will be out for his 3rd inning of work, and he will take the top of the Pirate order. Kurt Roberts is 0 for 4. He does have an RBI on a fielder's choice. That will be an 8. It's a patient 21, and that will be a walk. So Jolly will start off things not good by walking the leadoff hitter. That's his first walk of the day. Roberts is a 3C, so he's not able to get the lead. Dick Cole is an A bunter, so they're going to go ahead and try to sacrifice. We have the corners in, so it's to the pitcher, so it doesn't matter, and it's a successful bunt. So Cole puts it down to the pitcher, and that will move Roberts to second. Sack bunt for Cole, 1-4, out number 1. So Bob Skinner will step to the plate. He is 2 for 4 today. So the winning run on second base, Skinner versus Dave Jolly. And that will be a defensive check. We will be checking the range of Adcock at first. He is a C. So 1 to 49 is a hit. And that is a hit to the first baseman. And that's going to be an infield single. If it had been to the middle infielders, it would have scored the run. But as it is, it's an infield single. So Adcock is not able to get to it. And that will put runners on the corner with 1 out. So Roberts goes to third. Skinner gets the infield single. And that brings up the dangerous Frank Thomas. So obviously the Braves are playing the infield in. Thomas is 0 for 4 today. Let's see. Jolly is not tired. He doesn't give up taters. Wondering if we might. We got Ernie Johnson, who has a much better whip. But now we'll go with Jolly. Like I said, it's not that big a difference. So, and that's not the way they played ball in 1954. So here's Frank Thomas. Infield in. Big pitch. That's another defensive check. We'll be checking the error rating of Logan at short. And his error rating is 5. So 1 to 22 is an error, and the game is over. And that's a 91, so that's an out. And it says it's a fielder's choice, but we have the infield in. So I think you need to do the infield chart here, infield in chart. So with because you didn't get the error, so he fields it cleanly. So we will do the infield chart. I think that's the way you want to play that with the infield in. So here we go. That's a 3. So that's the batter is out. The runner on first advances, and the runner on third holds. So the infield in worked that time. So basically that just will be a ground out shortstop to first. Everybody holds. So Pirates have runners on second and third. Thomas wasn't able to deliver. And with 2 outs, that brings up Sid Gordon. We don't want to walk him because Shepard behind him is a good hitter too. So Gordon is 2 for 4. So here we go. Another big at bat. That's a tough 72, and he will fly out to Bruton for the easy fly out, and Jolly is able to preserve the tie. So no runs on a hit, no errors. They leave 2. We go to the 11th and still tied at 5. So good job by Jolly there. So Hetke will be on for his. He's got an inning and 2/3. So he will face Danny O'Connell. We got 3, 4, and 5 for the Braves. O'Connell is 0 for 5 today. He gets a patient 20, and he'll lead off with a walk. And that's the first walk by Hetke. He is a 3D, so he doesn't get a steal number. Joe Adcock, who is a good bunter. He's also a pretty good double play candidate. Hetke's only a 6, though, as a pitcher double play rating. So I'm going to take a chance and let him hit. He's the best hitter in the lineup. And, of course, I missed the tower. So that's an in-play 20, and that's going to be a base hit. So that's an opposite field liner to right field. The runner on first advances to third. So O'Connell was able to make it all the way to third, and the Braves are in business. So again, Hetke hasn't given up a run, and they just don't have much better options in the bullpen. So we'll see what he can do. The infield is in for Andy Paffko, who had a clutch single back in the 9th that tied the ball game. So we'll see if he can do it again. Here is the pitch. That's an in-play 33, no wild pitch. And that's going to be a pop out to shortstop. So big out for Hedke there. Paffko underperforms once again. 1 away, and that brings up Bobby Thompson. They're going to keep the infield in. So Bobby Thompson is 2 for 4 with a walk, so he's had a pretty good day. Seeing what he's able to do. That's in play 26, and he is going to deliver with a single. So that's a line drive into center field. Everybody advances 2 bases. So how about that? Bobby Thompson off the bench to deliver another clutch hit. And the Braves are up by 1. Connell scores. Adcock makes it to third. Thompson is on with that's actually his first RBI of the year. He hasn't played a whole lot. He doesn't have a steal rating, so Hedke is long, so that's a 1, so he still isn't fatigued yet. So Del Crandall, the Pirates will have the infield in again. He is 1 for 5. And that's a patient 54. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. On patient, he can try to tag up. Adcock is a 7. Gordon's arm is a 10. So that's not very good. So we'll see if he can tag up here. So 1-7, he makes it. He got a 9, so that we have to check the chart here, the runner advancement chart, because it's in between the two. No, that's a 44, and he is out. So how about that? So Gordon, not known for a good arm, throws out Adcock at the plate. So that's a fly out to right field. And then to the catcher. Adcock is out at home. Double play. So he is out 9-2 for out number 3. And Crandall flied out. Double play for out number 2. So we do get a run, though, on 2 base hits. There were no errors, and we left 1 on. So, bottom of the 11th, 6-5, Milwaukee. So let's see, Jolly has given 3 innings, and he hasn't given up a run. So my rule is usually if they don't have given up a run, they can go a little longer, because this is 1954. Jolly doesn't give up many home runs, so I'm going to leave him in for now. And they will start off with Jack Shepard, who is 2 for 4. That's a patient 68, and that will be a fly ball out to Andy Paffko for out number 1. Garrett Alley, who is 0 for 3 with a walk and an RBI on that walk. Will step into the right-hander's batter's box facing Dave Jolly, and that will be a tough 32, and he goes down swinging. So that's the 3rd strikeout by Jolly, and the Pirates are down to their last out. Dick Hall, he had a big clutch 2-run double back in the 7th. And he is facing Jolly. Jolly looks into Crandall for the pitch. And here it is. And that's a patient 63. And that's going to be a ground ball to Jack Dittmer. He throws it on to Adcock at first, and that's the ball game. So how about that? That was an exciting game. I thought we lost that one. So let's get to the replay screen. All right, so we got Dave Jolly picks up the win in relief. He is 3-3. Johnny Hedke takes the loss to go to 2-2. They give the MVP to Johnny Logan. So check out the box score real quick. So Milwaukee picks up an important win to go 34-27. The Pirates dropped to 21-45. They were really bad this year, but they gave us a good game today. So Conley didn't pitch that great of a game, but he was able to escape without taking the loss. Littlefield pitched a good game, but he also didn't get a decision. Thies gets a blown save. So let's go ahead and do the scores for the rest of the day. In this replay, I'm not doing a American League team. So this is we do this one here. Boston beats Cleveland 8-0. So Cleveland in 54 won like 111 games. So they're 37-23. So here's the big game here. Chicago at Brooklyn. Chicago wins again. Man, beating Brooklyn. They beat Johnny Padres. This is starting to go beyond belief. So we stay a game and a half behind Chicago. So we got Robin Roberts, who has won 11 games already, is facing off versus Cincinnati, and he will get his 12th win. So Philadelphia goes to 32-31. New York at Chicago. Chicago is just blowing them away in the National League, or the American League rather, but the Yankees beat him this game 5-2. Little Phil Rizzuto with a homer. Philadelphia at Detroit. 12-4 Philadelphia. And here we got Don Little, former Brave. And the Giants lose again. So they are 32-32. Again, they won the National League in 54. So these autoplays are starting to worry me a little bit. And then Washington at Baltimore. Baltimore wins 3-2. So let's check out the standings real quick. So the Cubs are a game and a half up on us. St. Louis comes in at 2.5 out. Brooklyn at 3. Philadelphia at 4.5. New York at 5. And Cincinnati at 6.5. So obviously a lot of people within range here. So it should be exciting. I can't imagine the Cubs continuing to play like this because they actually ended up 7th in real life. So we'll have to see how it goes. So I appreciate it. Enjoyed that as always. And I will see you next time.